guys, it's Alyssa from Planet Alyssa. I'm here with this week's What I Sold on Etsy report. We're heading into Labor Day weekend, which means summer is wrapping up and fall is on its way. Very similar week to last week in terms of sales. This week on Etsy, I sold 11 items for a total of $156. And now we'll take a look at those items and see what sold and how much each item sold for. Hopefully this will give those of you who are new to Etsy some tips on what is selling and how to price your items. And even if you have been selling vintage on Etsy, you might get some ideas for some other items that you can sell. First item that sold this week was also the smallest, both in terms of price and size. These mini erasers sold for $4. I picked them up at a thrift store in a bag with some other erasers. This is a cute little mini Betsy Clark book, which was in very good condition, actually came in the original gift box. It sold for $10. I think I picked this up at a church rummage sale. And continuing the miniature theme is this set of miniature bowling pins, which sold for $10. I picked these up at a thrift store. This is a carved stone figurine in the shape of a mushroom or perhaps an owl. It sold for $10 and I picked it up at a church rummage sale. This educational Spellmaster Set kind of looks like a game or a classroom aid. Sold for $20. I think this also came from a rummage sale. This vintage baby photo album sold for $12. I picked this up not too long ago at a thrift store. The stationery set also sold for $12 and also came from a thrift store. Like I said, I've always done very well with writing paper and stationery on Etsy. This Snoopy Pillow or stuffed animal, whatever you want to call it, came from a garage sale and sold for $20. This was a big set of 151 different book plates. They're newer, they're from the 1980s, I believe, the late 80s. They are self-stick book plates. I picked them up at a thrift store in a few different sets. This big giant set that I grouped them all together in sold for $30. This is a new old stock decorative plaque with kind of a folk art design to it. I believe it was made by Peter Pauper Press. Don't quote me on that though. It sold for $20. I picked this up at a thrift store. And finally this week, this Florida license plate from 1964 sold for $8. I picked this up at a rummage sale. Thanks for watching, everyone. I do put out new videos every week on what I have sold, try to get them out on Fridays. And if I can, I also try to put together other helpful videos on selling on Etsy. I've got my first auction haul video that I'm working on, and I should have that out for you next week. Okay, have a happy Labor Day weekend, everyone, and I hope you sell a lot of stuff.